back, everybody, to another episode of The Movie Social. We're your hosts, Ricky and Stephen.
What up, what up, what up?
Today we're going to be doing a review on episode 4 for the Amazon Prime series, The Boys Season 2. And man, what can I say? I just wish that Amazon wasn't being so lame and having each episode once a week, because episode 4 made me want more.
Agreed.
Anyway, this episode, man.
It was wild.
One, we have a scene that creeped this guy out a whole lot with Homelander going to the countryside into a cabin.
I was like,
visit.
Before you even go, I thought that she was alive. I was like, oh crap, she's alive.
Yeah, the way they spent it, I thought the woman in charge from season 1 was still alive as well at first, or they had to do some type of clone. I thought maybe some experiment, because the responses that was given were more so like geared towards keep Homelander at peace and calm.
Yeah,
because coming in there with breast milk giving them, I'm like, okay.
And this man in breast milk. Oh my god, we can get to that too, but continue.
So
Creepy part.
Turns out it's another person with superpowers that can change his appearance into anyone else, including the voice and all.
It's a guy.
And it turns out to be a guy. Homelander's just laying in his lap there.
Kissed him.
Yeah, did all that. And
then, didn't they do things? I could have swore they did things.
I don't think they did all. I don't think they showed that part.
No, they didn't show, but they
probably did.
Alluded to.
And he's basically there for Homelander's comfort and experience. And then at one point he changes back to his normal self, saying that it gets too painful and hurts. And then Homelander's basically threatening him to change back. And I'm like,
so that's where it creeped me out. Because, okay,
I wasn't expecting that part to happen, the transformation, but I found it hilarious.
So it was funny, but what creeped me out was this. Okay, he said holding it for so long was painful. What were you doing while he was not there?
See, I think when he's not there, he's himself. He hears Homelander land. That's when he changes.
Well, that's my point, but he wasn't there for long, so Jesus Christ.
I mean, it could be excruciating pain. I mean, because I'm guessing the way they have it, his whole bone structure changes, which could be painful.
It could be, but that was so weird. And then, let's just have a quick, what's up with him and breast milk?
I don't know. I mean, he's not human at all.
It's just so weird.
So, who knows?
It is so weird.
He didn't have that mother love. He didn't have that fatherly love. He doesn't have that human connection.
I get it, but it's so
which makes him such the worst villain ever. But let's divulge further into this episode. A-Train is no longer part of the 7.
Mm-hmm. He's dying again.
They have not made it public yet. He's supposed to be done. Basically Homelander's decision. Because Homelander basically wants a whole new team because he feels like nobody he can trust. He's being betrayed. And it alluded that he knows about A-Train not being able to perform.
Mm-hmm.
And not that kind of perform, but
he can't run fast.
He can't be fast. His heart condition. And I got a feeling that has to do with him dying and him also overdosing on the compound V a lot. And then we also take it to once again, Homelander ruining someone else's life. Maeve, outing Maeve as being a lesbian and her girlfriend and all. On TV at that. And then explaining that he was eavesdropping basically because of his powers on her conversation and all that. I'm like,
he's a jackass. Can
somebody just put an end to him? But before we even go further, what he's done to the rest of the cast, we have to address the Stormfront coming.
She is terrible too. Jesus.
Stormfront basically is now trying to become the face of the 7 and doing a very good job at it, pissing Homelander off, taking over the scene, basically stirring up trouble. And it's weird because the way she's doing it, she's also dissing the same company that employs her. But we soon learn more into all of this.
What I didn't like from this episode from her, well, I knew obviously it was an agenda. How she was going into the building, chasing the guy, but also killing the people in the building.
Last episode 3. Yeah, that was an episode.
That was episode 3.
Yes.
Where she was in the building, and killing everybody.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I get mixed up. Yeah, I don't like her. She's bad. She's a bad person.
We're gonna get to her and all that. So, her and Homelander had duked it out in conversation back at the headquarters. And she basically kind of tells it like it is to Homelander. She has an army because she using fear and anger and emotion, while Homelander just has fans. I'm like, yeah, she has no fear of Homelander like everyone else.
That's also true.
And it's going to be interesting to see what happens between them two as the show progresses. Because on the same day, we find out that, what is it, General or whatever her name is, the Commander, Corporal, whatever her name is.
I don't remember what you're talking about.
The older white lady, government agency that wants, I believe from the CIA, that wants Homelander.
Okay, I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember her name.
I forget. Hands them a new mission. It also reveals the location of the long lost wife and child. Even though they didn't deliver on their last mission, still handed over the goods. But a new mission to find out more about this other superhero from the 70s.
Lady Justice, I believe was her name, right?
Lady
Liberty.
Yeah, Liberty. And so they travel down south. Now, before we even go deep into that one, you have Starlight that travels with the gang.
Because she almost died.
Yeah, because Homelander cornered her on the elevator and was about to rip into her skin with his bare hand while choking her at the same time because he thinks she didn't try to kill Hughie fast enough like that. She hesitated. But eventually she finds a way to get him to believe her.
No, I actually think what she said was truthful. Yeah, what I think she said was truthful though. She said like he broke his heart.
She was being truthful for the beginning. I think.
No, I think.
No, I'm saying at the time. No, the time frame of when he broke her heart, the first time.
Yeah, she was.
And then she patched up and they got back together.
Yeah.
Anyway. So she used that. She was lying and wasn't lying at the same time. But eventually that was enough for Homelander to believe her, to let her go. But she feels afraid and scared to go back there for now. So she went on the trip with them. Now, on their way driving down there, I don't know if you caught it, but they had on the side of a barn, they painted picture of
with the Confederate flag?
With the Confederate flag as his cape.
Of course I seen it.
I'm like, one, how true that is, one. And two, it just shows how backwards this world is. You guys did not win, one.
Listen.
But we're going to go further into this. So they eventually get to the location where they're supposed to be able to find out this information. Now, I thought that the Lady Liberty was supposed to be a black person at first, because the way the comic image was. It looked like she was black. And the house that they went to was a black lady that answered the door. I thought that might have been Lady Liberty. She just didn't want to really. But so she goes and tells the story of when she was younger, riding in the car with this other young black man.
It's her brother.
Yeah, okay, yeah, her brother. And they get stopped by Lady Liberty, who rips the door off the car. I guess Lady Liberty didn't know that she was in the back seat at all. And pulls the brother out, confronts him, saying that he's suspect in a carjacking, and then he basically tells her that he's not, and that
this
is
his car,
vehicle and all that. And she just goes on and saying, well, the world would be better without you. The word that they like to say down in the South to piss us black folk off, and then beats him till he dies. And so then they say, where is Lady Liberty? Because no one's seen her since basically around that same time that incident happened. And it turns out though that the corporation knew about all this the whole time because they paid her the sister off to not speak about this.
The family, they paid the family $2,000,
which is nothing.
Back in the 70s,
it's still nothing. They had millions back then.
I mean, still $2,000 now. You get $2,000 in a paycheck.
Even back then, it wasn't worth nothing. 200,000, yeah, that'd have been something back then. That'd have been enough.
I feel like $2,000 in the 70s.
No, they still can't get a house and all that.
I mean, $5 back when we were younger was a lot to us.
Anyway, turns out she says no, she's still around. We were seeing her, and then pulls out a news article clipping of Stormfront saying, "Yeah, that's her right there." I'm like,
yeah, that's the best part.
Makes a lot of sense now because if we recall episode 3, going into the predominantly black apartment building, chasing down their so-called super terrorists and just killing all the black people along the way, makes a lot of sense now. This racist bigot, which is a shame because it's women. I'm like, y'all didn't have a lot of rights back then either, and now you're doing all this.
But it also leads to the next episode or the future of the show of like, okay, does she have more superpowers? Is she by the old school vault? How does she still look so young? There's so many things.
Is she stronger than Homelander?
That's also true.
And what's going to happen? Will they get Homelander to turn on her by giving him this evidence? Or will they use this evidence to get both of them shut down? What will happen? Will there be a big showdown between them two?
That would be dope.
I mean, it's going to be interesting because then we also have, what is her name?
I don't know who he's talking about. He always does this.
I'm cutting those parts out.
I'm just literally. Who are you talking about? Bro. Who are you talking about?
The girl.
What girl?
With the strength. The superhuman strength.
Does it even matter at this point?
Yes, it does, because I want to start getting these names right. Kimiko.
Oh, you're talking about the girl, the Asian girl.
Yeah. Alright, and then so at one point, Kimiko is getting ready to chase after Stormfront out in public when Stormfront has her gathering, trying to create this whole publicity thing. But she gets stopped by Frenchie, luckily, because it's like, what are you going to do? It basically will kill you because even if you do kill her, you have everybody there. They would kill you eventually, and it makes things worse for you. Because we know Kimiko is really, really pissed off because Stormfront killed her brother. Basically ripped his head off in a way. Broke his arms at the wrist at that. All of that. Torture. So, it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of the episodes play out for this season because there's definitely a lot going on around Homelander and Starfront. We'll be digging more deeper into those past. What do you guys think so far about this season? What's your thoughts on Stormfront and Homelander? Are they perhaps related? Were they both made at the same time and were never told? Who knows? But let us know in the comments below, and we'll be here next week for the next episode.